Thank you for tuning in to WBEK TV16 Decision 2007. This is a series of public affairs programs in which we will interview all of the candidates for Georgia's 10th Congressional District election. That election is to be held June 19, 2007. It's a very important election. Thank you once again for tuning in to Decision 2007. Again, and thank you for staying tuned to WBEK TV16. Tonight we're interviewing one of Georgia's 10th Congressional District candidates, Mark Myers. He's running for the 10th Congressional District previously held by Charlie Norwood. So Mark, thank you very much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
We've talked a lot and heard a lot of your views, but we cut you off because we wanted to talk and have an expanded discussion on immigration. That's one of the things you want to control. Can you talk to that and tell us how do you want to control immigration?
Okay, after we seal the borders and the borders are secure, the Department of Immigration needs to work with the local police departments, the sheriff's departments, the district attorneys, and the police departments. And when these illegal people who are here illegally break the law, they do not need to be 30 days in jail or $100 fine and released. The 911 hijackers had been arrested and released. If we had had these kind of programs in place, they wouldn't. We would have prevented one of the greatest terrorist attacks that has ever happened. The Fort Dix 6 people had been here 20 years illegally, some of them, and had violated the law 75 times.
Well, pardon, Mark, but Republicans are often smeared with this concept that we are the party that wants to maintain personal privacy laws, etc. And is this a Republican issue that we refuse to have a national ID card, or we have a national computer system that would permit prompt action on this? Do you see this as a Republican issue, or is it a Democrat, or is it who are these people that are keeping us from having a national registration system?
Well, if people love the United States of America, we need to do what's in the best interest for the Americans. Now, people who are here illegally, they shouldn't be rewarded for breaking the law. That's why I said I do not support the Senate bill. I don't believe we should have amnesty. I'm on the side of the American workers, the American taxpayers, the legal immigrants, and the rule of law. We need to enforce the laws that we already have. I do support these people who are coming here having a criminal background check, and they need to come here from another country. They don't need to be here legally and try to fill out some kind of paperwork. They need to be at the Mexico City embassy, and that's where they need to be processed. What we would send a message on that amnesty bill, and President Reagan, a lot of people bring this up in 1986, that he granted amnesty. Well, he was honest enough with the people, he called it amnesty. And he was promised that if he would do that one-time event, that the borders would be secured and this would never be a problem again. Right? He told Edwin Meese, who served under the Reagan administration, that that was a mistake. He should not have done it, and he said we should never do amnesty again. All right? But then we need to have, just like maybe it needs to be outsourced to Visa or MasterCard, because if you use your ATM anywhere in the world, they know what the balance is in your checking account. They know everything about you. If we could even have them scan the iris in your eyes. I'm talking about the people that are coming here that want to be a part of and work in America. They need to go through a strenuous background check, and we need to know what their reason is for coming here. And the employers that are hiring these people illegally, they need to pay stiff penalties, and they need to know that it's not something that they're going to get away with.
Well, the employers you bring up, how are they benefiting? I want you to enumerate. Are they, what taxes are they evading by hiring illegal immigrants?
Well, it's not necessarily that they're evading the taxes. If you live down in Mexico, you could make 75 cents or $1 an hour, or you could come to the United States and make $10 an hour. All right, that's going to be very appealing to you. So they come to
So
the
they are paying the FICA taxes and all that. The employers are.
Sometimes they are. Sometimes they're paying them under the table. You know, we don't know that. But that's another thing that's real. We need to have a streamlined process, because I've heard people say, well, I thought he was legal. He gave me a Social Security number, and I checked, and that there was a Social Security number, and then 60 to 90 days later they find out that that's a stolen number, and there was one Social Security number that had 42 different people using the same Social Security number. If we would use the technology that we have available, you wouldn't have that kind of lapse. It could be available 24/7, and you would always know whether someone was legal or illegal.
And that would be part of this creation of a database and getting it out. We've heard this so many times that people are for a national database, but again, it doesn't seem to get done. What are the forces blocking us from getting a national database on ourselves?
I think it must be a group of wealthy businesses who are benefiting somehow from this that do not want to do it, and there are members of Congress who I think are probably getting financial contributions, and they keep leaving that out. When it comes back again and they say we're going to do this, 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 they don't have anything in there to penalize the employers for hiring the illegals. The Heritage Foundation has done what they call a cost analysis. If this amnesty goes through, they're saying that it's going to send a message to all those people who want to come here illegally, and within the next 20 years there'll be 103 million more illegal immigrants.
Can't afford that. But thank you very much. It's been very informative, and I have learned a lot. I hope you have learned some. As I say, this is Mark Myers. He's a candidate for the Georgia's 10th congressional election, and that's going to be on June 19th. Be sure to, by watching this program, you have informed yourself somewhat. We have a series of these, and I hope you'll take every opportunity to find additional information and find that candidate that you believe will stand up in Washington and represent the 10th District the way you want it represented. So thank you very much. Good evening.